Hey, 7:15 kickoff. Leicester. We host
£15.
yes, we host Leicester, the Foxes, who didn't come into this game, in good form. They'd been beaten by West Ham after a good win against Man City.
Yep. And
then I think it was Newcastle, they lost to as well. So we saw how they set up, which was the low block. And the first half, 11 attempts.
Yeah.
But even in the first half, for me, I still feel that we were running out of ideas.
I think halfway through, but I think I didn't see that until I think later on in the half when for some reason, we started passing sideways, and then they got comfortable and then it became a tactical,
But all games do that. If you don't score, then it becomes now we've had a go, we haven't scored, and it becomes a psychological thing where, as a team, you collectively say, right, we haven't scored. This is a dangerous part of the game. If we continue in this vein, they will probably hit us on the break. Yeah. So we're going to be cautious. Mm-hmm. And then it becomes a tactical. I think that's just a part and parcel of.
Well, if we come back, what did you think of the actual starting lineup?
Well, I agreed because Gabe's put out a predicted lineup, and the only person that was missing was Willian. And I would have started with that lineup.
The lineup was correct, but the positioning was odd with Xhaka at left back. I couldn't work out why he played him there.
Because the idea from what he said was he wants someone to cover the fullback when he
bombs
forward.
Yeah, but if you want somebody to cover, you need somebody who's got speed.
Pace.
I watched Xhaka. The thing is, when we had the ball, he was part of the back three. Mm-hmm. But when we didn't have the ball, it was a back four. So he would push on. So it was interchangeable. I think a lot of people would say, "Oh, why is he there? Why is he there?" But I had no problem with that. Mm-hmm. But the only issue is where I have a problem is you would rather have Partey as the deep lying player who's covering the defense rather than Xhaka, and we'll come to the decisive goal, right? Where in that position you would rather have someone who can actually run rather than Xhaka, who just can't read.
Why? I don't understand.
Can't read.
I don't understand why you're playing Xhaka, or why Arteta played Xhaka in that position, which is such an exposed position.
Exactly, I agree.
But it's funny because he done that last season, and Xhaka never got exposed for some mad reason. And I remember we were more vulnerable because we had Saka at left back, and he would make Xhaka cover. And I don't know why teams never exposed us.
Wasn't that in a back four?
Yeah, it was.
It was in a back four.
Was it in a back four?
That was a back four where Xhaka he stopped bombing forward and was dropping into left back when Tierney was moving forward.
No, Saka, because Tierney was injured.
Saka was moving forward.
I think
because Saka was left back.
Whether it's back four or back three, I think if you want Xhaka to play that role as the person to cover the defense, you will get exposed.
And he's not. Yeah. Other than his lack of running power, he's not the most flexible of players. He's quite a stiff player when you look at what Liverpool's left backs are and how nimble and agile they are. Yeah. And then you got Xhaka, looks like bloody Treebeard from Lord of the Rings.
Oh my!
If he had position sense, if he knew where to stand, if he can read the game, right, he would get away with that. Because Henderson is not quick.
Yeah, but Henderson has.
But Henderson, he can read the game, right? So he will see. Okay, this guy could.
Yeah, but Henderson's more mobile.
Henderson has protection behind him.
Yeah, protection, but he's defensively, he's sound.
He may be sound, but he's got protection. Even if he gets bypassed, there's somebody behind him.
That's true. He's got
another 2 layers.
Fabinho,
yeah.
But with Xhaka, and not to keep, not to labour the point, but with Xhaka playing at left back, his passing at left back again. You compare and contrast his passing with Robertson's passing, which is dynamic and forward thinking. Xhaka gets to a certain point where it's okay. If you're not even a footballer. We're not even footballers, but you can see already where the pass is going.
Where the pass is going to go.
It's going to go inside. It's going to be inside of his left foot 9 times out of 10, or if it's going to be with the outside of his left foot, it's going to be quite a safe pass. I think once he used his right foot where he knocked it across the pitch, it's like those are the kinds of things you need to do more. Everything's very safe. That's the word I'm looking. Everything's very safe with Xhaka.
I think I felt Ceballos, Partey, and Xhaka was safe. Yeah. I thought there was going to be someone that was going to say, right, one of them out of the 3 to say, you know what, I'm going to take the ball. And
I think Ceballos towards the end of that half did. I think he put that wicked cross to Saka, where he should have really scored. It was a great cross, you know, that
it was a wonderful
KDB style whip, you know. He just just traveled like a Nike line.